Hello everybody, this is Andre Dyson for Studio 270, and right now I just wanted to touch base with you guys on selling beats online, to touch into a little bit of that concept, and we're going to go through some things with Bandzoogle, Beatstars, and Wix. So starting with Wix.com, Wix is pretty much building your own website, and your own website is important when, as an artist, as a producer, having the fact that you've made beats before, assuming that the fact that you know how to make beats, and we're already at the stage where you might have built up your collection of beats to, a good discography where anywhere from 25 to 200 to 500 beats that you might have lined up or on your computer. And you want to be able to do something with that and not just have it sit there or not generate some money from the time that you've spent on it. So if you feel like you are in the realm of, if it's in the realm of possibility for you to make some money off of it, they have a lot of sites for you guys to make your product, which is music, available for sale, for purchase. And part of that is with sites like Wix, Bandzoogle, and they have a lot of themes already built for specific things like hip hop. If you're selling beats in particular, they have themes already for you that you can obviously do photo shoots and create your own images as to brand your art and to brand your artist persona. So obviously these are things that you can do yourself, and it makes it a lot easier. But say we're in Wix, let's go back to Wix. You can, a lot of these sites are sign up for either for free in general and have like a free version of the website, or they're a trial based, so you don't have to pay anything for a week or so. But eventually you will have to invest back into yourself as an artist and possibly pay and upgrade the accounts. So they show you, if you go to Wix, the main page, they'll probably have the pricing all mapped out for you as far as the tiers of the services that they provide. So let's let that load up real quick. So going to the dashboard on Wix.com, I kind of just started out using this, and you can publish your site. You can connect the domain name, which is something you want to do when you purchase like a pro account or something, or upgrade your account. So if you go to upgrade, I'm sure they'll show you the tiers of what it costs and what they offer. So the cheapest, it'll be the combo for personal use, and they allow up to 3 gigs of storage, and that all depends on how much music you would like to put on the site, depending on how much money you want to garner at a time. So based on that, you will have to pay monthly for a higher amount, so which makes sense in the long run. And as a producer, you will definitely have to invest in yourself, and this is a part of the process. If you want to make money, there is a cost of doing business, and you have to spend some money. So it's always the number one thing in any business. And if you want to get into the business of music and the new age production, online sales, this is the route to go. All the sites usually have plans like that. We'll go to Bandzoogle, and if we go to the main page of Bandzoogle, they actually have a beats theme. So we went into urban, which might be artists in particular, but they looks like they have a beats theme. And I'm sure it probably comes with some type of widget to play your beats, and also to connect a link to PayPal, because that's another thing you want to have. Whether you're creating a website through one of these sites, through Wix, Bandzoogle, you definitely want to have a widget that it allows you to showcase your beats for people to hear, play, and be able to click that button, and then the payment is, they're able to download it and the payment goes to your account. So it's always important to have the right fonts. You don't, especially if it's a brand, if you have a logo or something like that, this is the part where if you have a producer logo or artist logo, you want to implement that on your website. That's very important for your brand and building your brand. So when people see your logo, they understand, hey, this is you, this is your product. So if you're keeping everything in line with, if you have a certain font that you use for a particular logo, it will be important to kind of match that, because, you know, again, you don't have to, but it helps people identify with your brand. It's very important. And you can add content. Let's say we want to add music, right? Set up your site's content. Let's add some content to your new site to get you started. Here are some popular choices. We definitely need a music and beat store. Let's see if they have that for sure. You can do gigs and events, song list, social media links. You want that. You want to add some photos. Maybe you have videos that you want to post from YouTube and you want to link in. Definitely have a bio so the people who know who you are. An electronic press kit is something that you can also use. That's industry standard for artists who want to be able to identify with the public, and you want to be able to have a bio ready and be able to be available to the people as far as information. When people type you up, when people type your name into Google, your electronic press kit should have that information, everything about you as an artist that you want to be known there right in front of the people. It's supposed to be searchable. You know, you're supposed to be very highly visible as a successful brand. So let's see, close and start editing. They have a tutorial how to edit the content. You could do that, or you can just go through yourself and do everything by yourself, and everything highlights. You can edit, you can change what some of the pages are called. You can edit page settings, and you could change what some of them are called, which is the main page. You can assign what those, what these links are. So if you have music and you want to go to your music page, you can add your tracks. You can add music already there. They have a quote, something that you live by as an artist, your most recent project that you want to promote. Press kits are all about promotion for you as an artist and what you're doing currently. You can add your cover art, your photos that you as an artist want to be out there, and then a sample track, sample video, inquiries. These are the things that you want to point people to if you're trying to book events and book gigs. All that information. If somebody doesn't know you off of your name, you want to be able to point them to a place where they can go and say, okay, in a nutshell, this is Cool Kennedy. You know, that's why they start off with the quote, your latest project, some of your photos as an artist that they can use on flyers and banners and all that. And then what your work sounds like, right? In a video to show that if you've been getting traction or not. That's all about the business of music, where having these things are very important for your presence as an artist and being able to generate money. And this is the way that it works. Having a place for you to be able to showcase your work is very important. There are other aside from Wix and Bandzoogle, from what it looks like, you know, and this is my personal opinion, Bandzoogle looks a little bit more straightforward as far as it kind of making sense and telling you where everything's at. Wix is great, don't get me wrong, but it's very wordy, and the way it's set up, it doesn't seem like everything is. It seems like everything is all over the place, and you kind of have to search just how it's set up. You know, you kind of have to investigate what certain things are. I can already tell it's just not straightforward. But if you like the way it's set up, if it was up to me, I would choose Bandzoogle. But Wix is a strong site to help get your website running. And, websites in general are standalone, or you can make them just a part of your artist repertoire. Not everyone has a website, but if you want to be able to control a lot more of what's released as an artist and the money flow, that is definitely the route to go with the website. But there are sites like Beatstars that kind of play a part in helping shop some of your music and promoting the music on the site. And, Beatstars has kind of gotten bigger over the years. And as you can see, Beatstars is, they can take a small percentage of your sales and all that, because they do some of the legwork with this promotion. And even some of the members themselves are famous artists. So I'm looking at Royce the 5'9", Static Selector, established artists. And then there are a lot of up and coming famous beat producers that are online beat producers that you only know from YouTube that have also signed on with Beatstars. So if you want to have a less hands-on role, I wouldn't recommend a website that you have to maintain and design yourself. I would suggest a Beatstars, because this is something that these come with widgets. They have a beat store on them. So like if you have tracks, if you were to sign up, let's just sign up using a false name or fake name or whatever. Let's go to sign up. This is what you would look at. Okay, $0. It's free to subscribe, right? So what city you're in. There you go. We do hip hop, R&B, electronic, do a little pop, world. There we go. Next step. Select tags that interest you. They reference you to music as well. And it's not just you putting your music out like a standalone website. You're interacting with other producers from all over the world, many famous, some not famous, and their music. This is where they all come together and purchase beats for artists, right? Let's do pop, R&B, Drake, Gunna, Tyga, trap, sample, Eminem, drill, 808. We like that. We'll be here all day because we like 808 everything. But let's just move on. Recommended users, since we like that, they're kind of getting you in touch. So see, this is some of the footwork that it does as you gain more notoriety on Beatstars. For a new signer like myself in this moment, they're already telling me about artists that have been established. So this could be you one day, right? Because based on what I like or what I'm into, you might like someone else that you've never heard of. This is the work that Beatstars is doing for you and putting you out there. So they kind of, by them doing this, they kind of earn that little money off of a purchase. Whatever percentage they take off of a purchase, they kind of earn it because they're putting you out there. I don't know who any of these people are. Let me see if someone sounds remotely. I think I've heard of him. Andre on Beats. What else? Who else did I see? I think I've seen his name before. And let's do Beat Demons, right? And then now here is my feed, because they have a feed. I think that's pretty much new. Who to follow. This could be you. You know, they could put you up there for some, you know, hundreds and thousands of people that are going to be able to see you. So part of that is the promotion on here. That's why they take a cut. You know, and it's less hands-on. You're not updating the site. You really don't control too much of how it looks and how things are, all the back ends of it. So this is for the producer that wants to be less hands-on with the medium and just wants to worry about actually selling. So right now we can get into start selling, right? That's what I want to do. Over 2 million creators. So let's correct that. 2 million people are going to be working on this site. So 1.3 million digital products sold, right? 85 million paid out to independent creators, which is you, independent creator. And there are 3 million unique visitors to our site. So this can eventually put you in the eyes of 3 million people, right? If you garner some traction. So you can say, I want to monetize my music, right? You definitely want to monetize. You could pay monthly or pay annually. If you pay by the year, you get 25% off of that total, right? If you want to monetize your music, here are the tiers for Beatstars. You know, they have free, marketplace, and pro page, right? So right now, for the sake of this video, we're only going to do free, so we don't want to pay anything out of pocket. But here are the differences. Also, for free, for sellers just starting their music business, right? The marketplace. For sellers who want to grow their business and have access to selected features, right? Pro page, for sellers who want to scale their business quickly, have a customized storefront and complete features. Now, if you have, I would say if you have about 100 plus beats and you're very serious about making money, I would definitely go for the $20 a month, because you can definitely potentially off of the sale of one beat make more than $19, right? Because you could price a beat anywhere from, you know, you could price a beat however much you wanted to, but I think the going rate for leases, which would be, you know, like a year lease, you sell it to somebody, and then the year after that, if they don't buy it outright, you can sell it to someone else. You know, if for leases, I think the going rate is like anywhere from 20 to 30 bucks for a lease. And that's no track out of the beat. So you just get a WAV or MP3 file, and you can define your terms on this page as well. But you're going to definitely get that 20 back if you're serious about making music and you actually have good product that people would like to buy. So, and then it says, if you, let's go back. What's going on? Let's start selling. Didn't mean to do that. Let's go down here. Okay. So, pay monthly. And if you pay $20 a month, 100% of revenue to Seller Pro page. So you get 100% of that revenue. Unlimited monthly private messages. Unlimited number of license agreements for sale. And 2 submissions per opportunity. And this kind of shows, this is the chart that shows you what the crossover on what they offer and what they don't. And you can also sell sound kits. You know, sound kits are just like the kick, snare, hi-hat, the single, you know, just the samples of the drums. You can sell sound kits. You know, you can sell chord progressions and stuff like that, where you're not even actually selling whole beats, but you're just selling sounds that you use. I mean, that's a whole market too, which is a great thing. And this is basically all here for you to weigh out. You have to really think about how you're going to operate your business, what other services you're going to use. You could use PayPal or Stripe, and it shows you all, they accept all of them on all tiers. And you can sell beats on the Beatstars marketplace. But for the sake of right now, we'll go into the free. Check out. Right. So now you will be able to create your username. You put your username, and then this will be the site that the link that you would paste or connect people with to show all the beats that you've done, right? The beats that you want to sell. Create your bio, basically like the other site, like the other website. You would have a bio, upload an avatar picture, and then a voice tag that you can place over your beats. So if you hear a lot of beats on YouTube, they kind of have a tag for the producer, AC on the track, something like that. That lets you know, oh, this is an AC on the track beat, right? Okay, I remember that. I heard that before. This is a great beat. So it's branding. It's all a part of branding. And you can upload that. You can record that. You can sound design it however you want. And once you upload it here, they will place that on your tracks. So people can't just rip them offline, which, it happens on YouTube every day. So a little bit of that is to protect you, right? Uploading an audio tag protects your streaming beats from being stolen. Enough said. And then you can connect your payments, connect with PayPal, connect with Stripe. And then you can start uploading your beats. I would do PayPal. I already have a PayPal account because with PayPal, you can track. Oh, it's going to make me sign in again. You can track your purchases and create an invoice. You might be able to do that on Stripe. I'm sure you do. I'm not for certain, but I know for a fact on PayPal. Oh, they make you do this little thing. I know for a fact on PayPal, they allow you to create invoices. Invoices on that side of business are very important for keeping track of payments and it helps the purchaser feel very comfortable with your seriousness and making sure that you want to know that this deal has been squared away. It makes it official. Like if you go into, let's go to send in request. I think they're under sending in request. If you go into, let's go into more, create an invoice. So more, create an invoice. And you can create an invoice based on a beat that you've sold, right? It has your information, and then there you can create a description of a beat or instrumental, the amount paid, terms and conditions, right, for a 1-year lease, stating that after 2020 I can sell or lease this instrumental to the highest bidder unless you purchase or lease it out again. Cool Kennedy owns all the publishing rights to this material. So you can set your terms, and it's kind of like a, on record agreement about the purchase. So they can't come back and say, hey, you didn't give me the product what I asked for, or hey, you didn't. I thought it was $20 instead of $40. Well, you can point to an invoice, and it be what it says, right? You have some type of record of that. So I would personally use PayPal for me. That's just for me. And then there goes to the idea of on Beatstars, you have a store. Let's skip that for right now. You have a store automatically. You can, your production tracks. They have a track metadata editor. So when you upload, you have the title. You have the tags where you can add a tag. Remember, up to 3 different tags that say something. A track type, release date, right? All this information is important. Upload the artwork to kind of give people, it's all about giving people a better grip of what style the song is. If you have a specific artwork, you can create using Photoshop or something like that. So all of these little things are something that adds up to how you deliver your product and how it's perceived. And it's all important because if something doesn't look, if it doesn't look good, usually people overlook it, you know. So all these little things, it's a lot. It gets in, you can get into this deep, you know, as far as little ideas that you may have. But these tools are basic for helping you as a producer. People understand that there was a demand for instrumentals. There's so many artists trying to work and make their music, you know, and this connects everyone. You know, this is where the music industry was meant to be when it, in terms of the internet, you know, in terms of us connecting with each other and eventually doing business with each other. And the music industry was bound to change because of it. And this is the new music industry. You know, you are your own boss. What you put in is usually what you get out, you know. So the more you put into this, the better outcome it will be for sure. The more time and dedication and the more detail, you will take care of yourself. People will respond. And then it, you know, but aside from that, there's track details, mood, all that is important when people are looking for music. They want a certain mood sometimes. They don't know you. They don't know anything you've done in the past. Maybe you have pre-recorded stuff. But those details, like the subgenres, the mood, right? For somebody in New Zealand and they're feeling like, I want a track that is angry, right? Want an aggressive type track, and that's exactly one, you know, you made, and you're in Elgin, Illinois, right? You're in Illinois and they're in New Zealand and they don't know you, but hey, I just know I want an angry, aggressive beat. And by golly, they go on Beatstars, they look up angry beats, and boom, yours pops up. And they listen to it and they like it, you know. And that's this is all important information, the metadata. You know, I know sometimes everybody as an artists get caught into the art itself and forget about all this detail. But it's very important, you know, and that's why, you know, managers exist. That's why labels exist in the first place, because this is a lot of work. And if you're going to be your own business person and your own businessman and businesswoman, you're definitely going to have to put the work and the time in. But you can generate some money from sites like these. If you have your own Wix site, if you have your own Bandzoogle site, it's going to be a little bit more work than if it was Beatstars, but you do have more control over the product, over what your brand is and how it looks. You can control all the back ends on that. But I don't want to get too much deeper on that. Or if there are any questions specifically about any one of these options, any one of these sites, Wix.com, Bandzoogle, Beatstars, any other site like it, because they're making those new sites daily. These sites are generating so much that they're definitely going to create competition and people trying to make new sites that help producers, that help artists connect and market themselves. So if you have any other questions on that, I would definitely always, YouTube is another thing where, you know, you're going to have those reviews on these sites as well. That's going to help you make your decision on what products you should use, which apps you should use. You know, what are the pluses and minuses of having PayPal? What are the pluses and minuses of having Stripe? All those little things matter as well to help your business run smoothly for you. You know, so yeah, hope you guys take this information well. It's a lot to cover, and I didn't want to be too broad, but I also didn't want to be too specific either. Basically, if you publish a track, I didn't want to publish a track on here because this is, like I said, this is a dummy site, so I don't want to go through with it. But eventually, if I were to go to someone else's site, you'd be able to see what it looks like. So if I have a genre, hip hop, if I'm looking for something look at all these sites, and they're showing what each song costs, right? Night Vibes, Drake type beat. I don't know who this is made by, Dope Boy. So now he's the first one that pops up. Night Vibes. It's a beat produced by Dope Boy. He has an image. Oh, this is a Drake type beat. So it's a Drake image. It's not his own image, but he's letting you know that this is the brand that is associated with Drake. This is a style. So it's a Drake type beat. $50. He charges $50. You know, you can charge 25, 30, 50, 100. It's up to you. 200. If people will pay it, they'll pay it. You know, if someone finds it worthy of that amount, they will pay it. And maybe you might have to be more realistic and start lower and then work your way up as you start gaining points and gaining the views and the downloads and the purchases. And depending on who buys, say you make a beat and, you know, I don't know, Lil Yachty buys it off you, right? His management team reaches out to you on Beatstars, and then, you know, you find out it's official. It's actually Lil Yachty and his team, and they want to purchase his beat, and they want to purchase it through Beatstars. You know, they might ask you, you know, $50 cool? You might say, yeah, I charge $50, but I'm definitely going to need some credit on the album, you know, and that is going to have to be a little bit deeper into the music business. When you're working with more successful people, you're definitely going to want to have some of your papers in order, as far as maybe getting a music lawyer to look over a contract, writing up a contract that you see fit, that you can plug in numbers, plug in names, but sort of a template contract that you have when you start making it big. You know, never shortchange yourself, but always be prepared. So, you know, with that being said, you know, he looks like they have some other tracks that are all priced differently. People are pricing it differently, and that some have free downloads. You can option that for whatever song you want. Some people don't. Some people feel like they're not gonna, you know, let you download anything for free.